Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, this is Redberry Leo here, and here it is! We are finally at this point where we are doing our Chapter 2 overview.
Let's just jump into it.
The term cadet originates from the French Renaissance. When the royal family sent their sons off for training, they learned what it means to be a leader and a patriot. Later on in 1802, the first students attending West Point proclaimed that they would also be called cadets. The term is now associated with younger individuals who have a sense of self-discipline and service to others and their country. An additional component to leadership is self-management, where you direct and control your thoughts to achieve your goals in life. What is a goal? Simply put, a goal is a dream with a deadline. Picture yourself in the future. What do you want your life to look like, maybe 5 or 10 years from now? This concept of a future picture is just one way to set goals for yourself. The process of setting goals has 6 steps. Dream big. Identify a specific goal and write it down. List the steps needed to reach that goal. Get help and support from others. Work toward your goal one step at a time. Reward yourself along the way, and then when you achieve the goal as well. If you are familiar with the idea of SMART goals, meaning that the goal is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based, then it will help you keep your goals ideal. For example, if you said you wanted to run a 2-minute mile, yes, you're dreaming big, and you could certainly try to attain it, but it isn't realistic and it physically is unattainable for humans in our current state of evolution. But why would you set goals? Goals can help you feel a sense of purpose and will give you a direction to move forward. Now that we've talked about goals, how do leaders make decisions? Let's talk about the 7 steps in the decision-making process. Stop and think. Get the facts. Brainstorm and list your options. Weigh your options. Consider your values. Decide and act. Then finally reevaluate the decision. I had made a specialized video earlier on, and if you'd like to look at that video, then feel free to check it out in the description. Leaders who make bad initial decisions can get caught up in something called an ethical trap, meaning one ethical decision can turn into multiple problems. The book gives an example where you see another student cheating on a test, and you just don't do anything. Then another student sees you watching the other student, and they think you might be working with that cheating student. Though you may not have been cheating, several additional problems arose since the cheating wasn't reported in the first place. Another topic in Chapter 2 dives into effective time management, which is the process of using your time effectively. Here, we want to efficiently use our time and resources, and these are the ways we can do just that. Pay attention, come prepared, focus on your goals. Do it right the first time, sequence work efficiently, and maximize uptime. Let's say you have a giant pile of homework just sitting there in your backpack, and you don't really feel like doing it right now. Let's watch some PewDiePie videos instead. This is procrastination. Once you understand why you are procrastinating and avoiding the task, you can take steps to overcome it. Consider your peace of mind. Divide those huge menacing tasks into something much more small and manageable. Just jump right into it. Commit to the work publicly, and establish a reward system. There are a few tools that you can use to manage your time, like a calendar, a watch, a to-do list, or perhaps even a notepad. Just make sure you keep fun and relaxation in mind, or else you might feel a little stressed. Stress is the body's response to change, and anything that causes stress is called a stressor. Some examples might be breaking up with a significant other, moving to a new place, or getting into a fight with your best friend. In fact, younger people are more likely to experience stress than adults because they haven't quite yet established their self-identity and they lack the experience in overcoming stressors. How can we manage stress and be resilient? Resilience is bouncing back from adversity. Here are some ways that we can really handle it. Try to solve the problem or avoid things that might bring you down. Let it go. Exercise. Relax a little bit, eat well, and sleep well. A lot of people nowadays don't get a whole lot of sleep or they don't sleep well enough, so I would highly recommend it even if you feel like you have to get everything done. If you plan out your time well, I promise you that you can get plenty of sleep and do all of those things at the same time. Now we're gonna shift gears a little bit and I'm gonna say what's gonna work? Teamwork, right? A team is a collection of individuals who are committed to achieving a common goal. And great teams use individual strengths to their advantage. Team members often lead each other and don't necessarily require one leader, though sometimes it's more effective to have one leader leading the team. By working together, everyone can achieve more! Yay, team! To be a good team member, conduct yourself with self-discipline, selflessness, enthusiasm, and loyalty. As you develop your leadership skills, you might have a mentor, which is a close, trusted, experienced advisor. They are role models. They challenge, guide, and tutor you. And great mentors show that they truly care about you and enjoy helping you out. There's a concept in the book called being mentor ready, which is used to say what you need to do in order to be an excellent mentee, the person being mentored, of course. Be ready to learn, stay humble, and be ambitious. With your mentor's guidance, you can retain responsibility for your work and solving problems, which is invaluable in leadership development. Another concept the book highlights is communication, and we've talked about this a little bit in some of my previous Leadership Tuesday videos, so I will summarize. A lot of times people don't actually listen, and listening is truly an art. Instead of just simply hearing sounds, focus on the meaning of what people are trying to say. Come prepared to listen, adjust as needed to each situation, focus on the main points of what they're trying to say, pay attention to verbal and nonverbal cues, and confirm what they're saying afterwards. After sharing meaning, create a dialogue using feedback. Feedback is when you return a portion of the message back to the speaker. There are 3 levels of questions here that we won't really talk about in detail because I'm planning on making another video soon about this. The 3 levels of questions are knowledge, understanding, and synthesis. Each level expands on the previous one and reflects how much one truly understands a concept. One last thing before we end this video. Let's talk really briefly about reading critically, which is focusing on reading comprehension. The SQ3R is a technique that is used to approach reading critically. SQ3R stands for survey the headings in the text and kind of looking over it beforehand. Ask questions before you read it. Read the actual text. Immediately try to recall what you just read and review it. Phew! That was a lot, but hopefully you got something out of this, whether you're reviewing or learning this for the first time. I hope you got a nice understanding of the different individual self-leadership characteristics of being mentor-ready, communication, and establishing goals. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that is all, folks. Until next time, doodles.